Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are seeing my movie. Let me not waste your time with this broadcast. I'm sure everybody know who Nuru Ribado is in this country. National Security Advisor. National Security Advisor in Nigeria is supposed to be more like the Homeland Security in America, which is very solid, one of the most solid institutions in America. Well, for Nuru Ribado that I know, used to have respect for him, he was the one who was investigating today President Asuwaju Bola Tinubu when he was being charged for corruption. He was the one that rejected supposedly $40 million from Ibori when Ibori was trying to bribe him. He was the one who was investigating Akpabio, who is now, the Senate president. So many names I couldn't even mention. What a joke as a country. And this man now becomes the National Security Advisor, and every criminal and every crook that he used to investigate are now running the show in Nigeria. And that's why it will not surprise you when a militant like Asari Dokubo, in the day of the local government election in Rivers State, he said the militaries are hovering in his house.
Our people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As we are talking,
with the video, I'm not bring the video. As I said, the video, that's the video.
weakest soldiers, weakest police, whoever, had been flying over my house and my compound in the last 30 minutes with 2 helicopter gunships. I have the capacity to contain them.
He said, let me tell the military that I have the capacity to bring down your helicopters or your plane or what have you. An individual issues such a serious threat. The National Security Advisor has not said a word. How can an individual be bigger than a country? And I was reading yesterday from the newspaper page with utmost disappointment when a general in the military are throwing word of exchange to Asari Dokubo, one cheap, notorious militant from Niger Delta. A military government. You have no business with Asari. If he's threatening you, the National Security Advisor should take it up immediately. Contact the relevant authority like police. If you have any chance to proceed the police, pick him up. Nobody's above the law. But you could not, because it was the same militant, the same hooligan, animal in human skin, was the same person that went to Asari Rock. He was giving the Nigeria flag as sovereignty when he was issuing threats. He was making command as if he was part of the Asuwaju cabinet. So we have some men that's untouchable in this country. And that's why it will not be surprising any of my fans and followers when I resigned my participation in active politics from Labour Party yesterday. Because you cannot have a country where some people are untouchable. You cannot have a country where someone will pick a phone and tell the judiciary, this is how I want you to deserve the judgment. Look at what happened again in River again. The people who left willingly and go to a different party, and they had been what they call in law, it is called a precedent. That when you leave your party and go to a different party, you forfeit your seat. And now they are revising again that those people will not forfeit their seat, that they're still going to be the speaker of the House in Rivers. Nigeria is in turmoil. Nigeria has a problem. Nigeria will be, I don't pray so, but it will be worse than Venezuela, Argentina, and Somalia, or even that country that have war now in West Indies, where you have this guy called West Cliff from, Haiti. Haiti is now being controlled by state actors, by hooligans That is what Nigeria has become. So, who is Asari Dokubo that cannot be invited or investigated for such an utterance, for such a threat? That is a treasonable offense. Sowore didn't do that, but Sowore was detained and persecuted because he said, we need a revolution in Nigeria. I mean, what is going on here? What is going on here? Do we still have the military? And we are also now hearing that a military man took palliatives, a general in military again, that was met for his low-ranking officer, like recruits, sergeants, captain, and lieutenants, that palliatives that were given to them to feed their children. And not even that, he took a generator that is supposed to power the barracks for them. And not even that, there was also some money that he embezzles. And I know a lot of militaries today that have embezzled a lot of money that was meant to buy arms and ammunition. And we still call this a country? How do we get there? Which way, my country? How do we salvage this when men have become institution in Nigeria? When you have in recent time a godfather Bobrisky called Bobrisky, you would not spend a day in jail. And a Bobrisky spent his time in a luxury hotel with an opportunity to make telephone call. And yet, the poor people, the victim of this country, languish and suffer in jail. I have told you all yesterday that I might be down and not out. I might be done in a way that those who were believing that we're going to change the narrative because the government have weaponized poverty, they sold out again. And the election we have last in Edo State becomes a transaction, but not an election. But listen, I know one day the good will override the evil. And you all who thinks that you are stealing the nation's funds, you all who put us in this quagmire today, I assure you, if you don't pay, your children will pay. Long live Edo State, long live Nigeria. Thank you.